Oke, Ozers, balik lagi barengan sama Jas Permana di sini. Dan seperti biasa dong, Jas bakal ngobrol-ngobrol sama musisi-musisi yang punya banyak cerita seru dan pastinya bakal seru banget juga buat kamu simak loh. Now, joining me, I got Shaed. All the way from America. Hello
Hello, how are you?
guys.
Hi.
How's everything so far for you guys now?
Everything is great. We are currently on vacation at the beach, so we're having a great time.
Oh, so you guys are on vacation now?
We
Yes.
are, if you can believe it.
Okay. Oh, the thing is, you guys are in America right now, or
Yes.
Yes.
in America.
Yes, in America.
You guys are allowed to have vacation and going on a holiday now, because in Indonesia we're still not allowed to do that. So I'm kind of envious of how you guys are progressing so far.
We
Yeah.
so everything is opening up a little bit, but it's still being incredibly safe. And this is only a few hours from our house, so it's just a little remote, and we're just with some family. So it's a small vacation. We're not, going crazy over here or anything, but
But it's still that's very good to hear, because right now in Indonesia we're pretty much progressing towards that direction at the moment.
Good.
But I guess in a much slower process. So good for you guys. You guys are now pretty much on your way to do a lot of things. But can you guys hear me clearly right now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So my first question would be, because we talk about a little bit about the pandemic itself, I guess because I talk with so many musicians all across the world at the moment, and I always have, I don't know, I guess I'm always curious about the fact that does the pandemic had any effect to every single one of you guys' music, or maybe personally? I guess we'll talk about the music first. What kind of effect that this pandemic has to the music that you guys are releasing or creating?
Yeah. So it definitely had an impact on us.
Yeah.
We had an entire album ready to release before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And all of our shows started getting canceled. We were gonna play in like Australia. We had some dates in Europe, and the pandemic closed all those. So it gave us some time to reflect on this body of work that we were getting ready to release. And we sort of realized that it didn't really reflect who we are, our story. And we'd been incredibly busy with just touring for about 2.5, 3 years straight before that.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough time to really write. We had a big song, Trampoline, and we're super fortunate, but we were just incredibly busy touring. So at the beginning of the pandemic, we just started writing this album. So everything on the album pretty much is just brand new material that we created, pretty much because of the pandemic and everything we were feeling, all the stress, the anxiety, but also sort of the this sort of joy that we did have time to finally write music together and really pour our hearts into this batch of songs that is on our album High Dive.
Okay. Congratulations on the release, by the way. High Dive. It's
Thank
a really
you.
great album, which is, by the
Thank
way,
you.
I read about something. This is a very interesting story, and I can't wait to ask it to you guys. But because, of course, you previously mentioned that you guys have one big single, Trampoline, before, and then in one of the interviews that I read about you guys, you're basically saying that while you guys are writing for songs for this album, you guys are pretty much trying to create the next Trampoline, and then you guys stop midway during the production to start over the production of the entire album. Was it true?
Mm-hmm.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Is that something that happened?
Yeah, that's kind of what Spencer was talking about, because we were, Trampoline was still, just making waves all over the world, and we were traveling and we were writing with all these people, and the whole kind of goal at the time was to write another Trampoline, which is like it's like chasing something that's like a really impossible thing to grasp. So we realized we had all these songs that just didn't feel like they were authentic, and that was why we scrapped everything and then started fresh with this new album with High Dive, where we kind of Trampoline was a song that we wrote and recorded in our living room in 2017. It wasn't recorded in a studio. It was a song that we just woke up and made one day. Sorry, it's 7 a.m, so our voice cracked. But we made that song without any like preconceived idea to like write a hit song. It was just a song we wrote in our living room one morning. And so we kind of went back to that whole idea of just trying to write with us three from the heart and just see what happens. So
yeah. So, and that's what you guys are basically trying to do again on this album, High Dive, right? Yeah. Well, that's really interesting because you mentioned that Trampoline was such a big hit from you guys. It's a song that you guys wrote and produced at that time without thinking that it might actually be as successful as it is right now, you know, how big it is. But I'm always so curious about what you guys think when the first time you produced this album, the song Trampoline, you release it to the public, and then all of a sudden something that you wrote in your living room, and then it's being accepted by everyone all across the world. Like, how insane must that be? You know, the feeling of that surprise to know that your what was used to be inside your mind is now being, you know, enjoyed by everyone all across the world. What do you think about that?
It's so cool. I mean, honestly, it's still, you know, we're still pinching ourselves because it's really, really cool just to hear ourselves on the radio. And sometimes when we go out, we hear it, you know, playing on speakers at restaurants. And so it's really, really cool. And we're still just so blessed, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Even yesterday, like I don't know if you've been following Britney Spears' story at all, but she just used like our song in her most recent Instagram video. And we're like, she's like dancing a trampoline. It's like we released a song, you know, 3 years ago, and it still just has these. It's funny. What do we say? Like, it just doesn't.
It doesn't stop, man. It doesn't
die. It doesn't stop. It hasn't died yet.
It hasn't died.
It just keeps going. Max and I's voices are cracking this morning for some. Maybe it's all the salt water we inhaled. We're near the ocean, so
we're in the ocean. Okay.
The song. What'd you say? Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the song. It's funny because the song is about kind of, you know, facing the fear of dying, and now the song won't die. So maybe that's why it just keeps going.
I guess the song is basically lived up the name, you know, like it's like a trampoline. The song just keep on bouncing off. Bouncing onto places, you know, even to Britney Spears' ears. So how minutes you got there, starting from your living room, and then somehow the song is all over the place. But let's go back to your latest LP, your latest debut album, High Dive. You guys collaborated with plenty of great artists here, and Zayn Malik included. Can you tell me which one of them you guys had the most fun of working with? Do you have some kind of, you know, unique experiences with one of them or something like that?
Ooh, this is a tough one because everyone was so great.
I don't know if we can choose, man. I feel like everything was fun. I mean, we got to work with our friend Danny Miller. That was kind of cool because he's in Louis Del Mar. Yeah. And he's, you know, released some incredible music, but Max and I used to work with him. Yeah. He used to teach music lessons at an all boys private school, like, you know, many years ago. And then he went off and created some great music, and we kind of did our thing. So it was really fun to reconnect with him because he's just like an old friend. Do you know, are you familiar with Ariel Rechtshaid? Ariel Rechtshaid?
One of the producers,
Yeah, so he's worked with like Haim and Vampire Weekend. He's just a super talented producer and someone we always wanted to work with. So that was really cool to be able to, you know, go back and forth with him on the song and send files back and forth over the pandemic and kind of work on a few of the songs. That was pretty cool. But everybody was great.
Yeah. So I guess all in all, you guys just have a very amazing time working on this album. You guys collaborated with one of your friends, with so many of your friends. So I guess you guys, it will be tough to pick. Yeah. If I were in your position as well, I guess, I don't know, I guess with Zayn it's kind of fun, but this one is also fun. So I guess it will be hard. It will be difficult to pick. One of the most interesting about Shaed is if I have to look up your name in Google, so many people describe your music as different genres. A lot of people describe your music as indie pop, but there's also a lot of people who describe your music as electro pop, even avant pop. That is one genre that I just heard of the first time.
Yeah.
What do you like? Like without any musical terms, how would you describe your music? Without any musical terms, because I guess nowadays too many people put music inside too many boxes. Like this is that and this is that. Without any musical terms, how would you describe your music?
I feel like it really is impossible, but I feel like the main kind of thing that we like to start with is that at the center of our music we have Chelsea's voice. Like we've always been. As songwriters, we've always really tried to start with, having the melody and the vocals be strong and kind of build the song out from around there. So I feel like it's very vocal centric as opposed to other music that's maybe more, instrumental focused and the voice is more background. Like Chelsea's voice is like definitely the centerpiece of the music. And then we try to build everything around that, but maintaining like as much space as we can for her voice to really kind of carry through. So you hear like every word she's saying, all the melodies. So I feel like it's vocal centric, like alternative pop music or something. We weren't supposed to use no musical terms. Sorry.
Musical terms at the end.
Well, still, it will be different.
Vocal centric, dreamy, electro sounds. How about that?
I would imagine listening to your music is like watching a movie. The music is, because there's a lot of sounds. It's very rich. So I guess it's
who's the lead character?
Yeah, an interesting character.
Who's the lead actor?
Who's the lead actor in our music?
In the Shaed films?
Yeah. So if you have, if you need a song to support your imagination as a main character, I guess any of Shaed's song will be fit to that kind of situation. My last question for you guys, I guess that my previous question is a lot difficult for you guys to answer, because without any musical terms, how would you describe music? But my last question will be, I guess it's pretty much the same, but I will make it a lot easier for you guys. If high dive was a fruit, what fruit will it be?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Chelsea?
I feel like it would be
Think about it.
like a watermelon or something a little more
Watermelon? Okay.
Tropical, because high dive is kind of like a tropical beachy vibe a little bit.
Okay.
So that's
The song?
I think you're talking about the full album though.
Oh.
You're talking about the full album, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the album.
Oh, okay.
the
I was
whole
talking about
album.
one song. Oh my gosh.
You know what it is?
Oh gosh.
We had this yesterday. I think it's a golden kiwi.
Golden kiwi.
A golden kiwi.
Why is it a golden kiwi? Why?
Because first of all, usually the kiwi's green, but the golden one is more unique. So this song, hopefully this album is something different you haven't heard as much before.
A little
And
sweet,
it's
a little sour.
I got this.
Okay.
It's a little sweet.
Okay, you got this. A little sweet.
It's a little sour, and it's delicious. So I think that's
Juicy and fresh.
Ultimately, Shaed's debut album High Dive was like a golden kiwi, because ultimately it's just delicious. Okay, I guess that's a very simple way to explain everything. I guess
Yes, there you go.
Golden
There you
kiwi
go.
because it's delicious. Thank you so much, Shaed.
Thank you,
so much for
guys.
sharing it. Congratulations
too.
on the release. Can't wait to see you guys in Indonesia, hopefully when things get better. So thank you so
Hopefully
much. We'll see
soon.
you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.